All right, so it is Christmas Day. Merry Christmas. And it is 11:30 a.m. If you watched my last video, I was supposed to be filming this at 6 a.m. That did not happen. So I guess I just have been running around so much. I never am good at sleeping or sleeping in, so I must have just needed to sleep. Anyway, I'm headed to Tianfu Square, which I'm going to film it if you didn't see the last video. It's crazy. And heading to Shipu railway station. I'm going to take the train to Qingcheng Mountain. Why am I going there? So at the bottom of that mountain is a panda research spot. There's two panda places in Chengdu. One is for breeding and the other is for getting them ready to release into the wild. That's this one. I wanted to get there a little earlier because the main reason I want to go to that area, although the pandas are cool, is because there's like a hiking and nature area about 20 minutes by taxi away from the I forget exactly the name of the railway station, but the railway station, high-speed rail station that stops at the bottom of that mountain where the Panda Valley is. So that's what I'm going to do. So instead of spending like 3 hours looking at the pandas, I'm just going to look at them for like 30 minutes, see them, film it a little bit so I can remember it. But I really want to get to the base of that mountain. Also, I watched this YouTube channel called Lazy Chinese. She's a comprehensible input channel, which if you are learning a language, basically what that is you're simulating living in the country of the language you want to learn. So they're speaking Chinese basically, and you're learning from them speaking. And she has all these cool educational videos, and one of them is about the base of this mountain. And there's this fruit that is only sold here, I guess, or around this area, and it's called the Wushan pear. So I want to eat that. It's like yellow on the inside. I have no idea what it tastes like, but you know, you can't get it anywhere else. So I need to, I got to try that. Anyway, I'm on my way to the square right now. It's really busy in Chengdu. Everything's still open, obviously. In the United States, if you want to go do something on Christmas, like, forget it. You can't do anything. So that actually reminds me of a funny Christmas story. When I was living in Chicago, one of my best friends, he lived in Lincoln Park, and I lived in the Loop. And that's like, if you've ever been to Chicago, like 30 minutes if you're going to walk it, 45 or something. But they have these rental bikes, just like I have in China. And my friend didn't have a bike. I had an actual real bike, and I was going to go for a real bike ride. And I was like, why don't you get one of these rental bikes and we'll ride bikes together? He says, okay. So in Chicago, there's a lake, huge lake, obviously Lake Michigan. And there's this really cool like trail that they built that goes all along the lake. The problem is, I don't know if they designed it wrong or if it's like sinking or something, but there's certain parts of it where the lake spills over onto the trail, right? So like in the summer, there's just like water on the trail, no big deal. In the winter, this was Christmas Day that this happened, the water freezes. So this trail also is not completely level. It's like sloped down towards, I don't know why they designed it this way. It's sloped down towards the water. So I'm on my way to meet my friend. It's freezing. It's Christmas morning. It's like 8 a.m. There's nobody out. And I'm getting around to this corner that's the biggest slope, basically. And so there's this huge wall above you that's like, I don't know, not 20 feet tall. Yeah, maybe 20 feet tall. And the sloped path that slopes into frozen Lake Michigan. Like if you fell in there, it's not good. And the path is covered in like an inch of ice. So it's like this slippery, frozen slope down into the river, the lake, and there's a huge wall, so nobody knows that you fell in. And it's Christmas Day, so nobody's out there. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? So I get up off the bike, obviously. I'm not going to ride the bike over it. And I press up against the wall, right? So I'm like, well, if I'm near the wall, like maybe I won't fall. I get right to the corner where nobody in front of me can see that I'm there and nobody behind me can see. I'm completely hidden from visibility. And obviously that's when I slip. So I start sliding down into towards the lake, frozen lake, and I'm just thinking, oh, I'm gonna, die of hypothermia on Christmas. It's not good. And I'm thinking, my bike is expensive. I don't want my bike to fall in the lake and lose it. So I start like slamming the bike down onto the ice because the pedals are clip pedals and they're totally metal. And finally I like hook one in the ice, and anyway, I didn't end up falling in the lake, but I'll never forget that story because it was Christmas Day morning, and my friend that I was going to ride bikes with was the only one who was like still in town. Everybody was visiting their friends, but it just reminds me, every Christmas I remember that story. So that is the museum that I went to, and that is a big statue of Mao. I don't know if you can see it, and there's a perfectly well-kept flower garden at the bottom. And when I first arrived here, on the corners, you can kind of see it, there's these police tanks, armored vehicles, and every night around rush hour, this whole square has massive police presence, big time, the serious police with the big guns. And in the bottom, under my feet here, and in this circle, there's a shopping center under the ground, and that shopping center connects to the subway. There's a police dog going nuts over there. And under here is the subway and shopping and stuff. These people are going into the Tianfu Square subway station. That's where I'm gonna go. And that takes us to the high-speed rail station, and that high-speed rail takes us to the mountain. The subway trip takes 30 minutes. The high-speed rail to the mountain takes 20 minutes, and it costs $1.50. So if you see the other videos, everything in China is connected to two sort of super apps. One is called WeChat and another one's called Alipay, and you use those to enter the subway also. Use them to pay for things at the grocery store, use them to enter the subway, use them to chat, use them to do all types of stuff. But I just use that to enter the subway station. So spending some time with ChatGPT and Googling on the subway, I'm seriously considering skipping the pandas altogether. So once I take the high-speed rail to the town that's near the mountain, it's about a 20-minute taxi to the pandas. And then from the pandas to the mountain path, it's a 20-minute taxi to that. So they're far from each other. They sell the pair at the mountain hiking path. And I'm going to get to the destination train station at about 1:11 p.m. So going to the pandas will burn 1 hour of taxi. So it's like 40 minutes of taxi and however long I spend at the pandas. So I might skip the pandas. This sign is us. We're taking the railway to Dujiangyan and Mount Qingcheng. That's exactly our destination. So the trains changed even more a little bit. So instead of getting there at 1:11, I'm going to get there at like 1:30. So yeah, I'm going to definitely cut the pandas. As much as I wanted to see them, it's not something that is going to be a special event in China, in my opinion. Like climbing up this mountain that's nowhere else, that's got these crazy bridges and temples and stuff, that's a lot more important. I probably shouldn't have slept as long as I did. I don't know why I did that. I guess my body just needed it, but whatever. Also, if you're ever in China, one thing you should anticipate is that all of the bathrooms, you basically get one or the other. Like usually, so there's always water to wash your hands, but there's often either soap and no way to dry your hands, or there's a hand dryer but no soap. So you can always put water on your hands, but you can't always dry them, and you won't always have soap. So it actually took me quite a while. I think in Xiamen I was actually eventually able to find hand sanitizer, but many of the cashiers at like the 7-Elevens and stuff here, they don't even know what it was. They thought it was like lotion or makeup remover or something like that. But you can go to a pharmacy and get like a big bottle of hand sanitizer, and then you like fill up the little bottle, but they don't sell those little like, you know, carry size hand sanitizers like they do everywhere in the United States, which actually surprised me because my interpretation of the news during COVID was that China was very serious about it. So it's strange that they don't even have a lot of those hand sanitizer dispenser things all over the place. You barely see it. So yeah, washing your hands here is it's not consistent. So this is the tiniest train station we've been in so far. Usually they're absolutely massive. So this is just two little ticket things, and I'm pretty sure most of these people are going to the Panda thing. Like there's even signs at the subway station, like you saw, that if you're going to the Pandas, go to this terminal. Okay, so that was by far the most chaotic and confusing of all the high-speed rail situations I've had in China. So basically there's just two gates there, and this is supposed to leave at 12:53. Excuse me. This is supposed to leave at 1:03 p.m. and it's 12:55, and that's when they board. So it's like instantly before the train gets on, everybody runs up and tries to board. And I tried to get on twice with my passport, and all these people are trying to skip you and stuff. And so I messed it up twice, but finally I'm on the platform. I'm on the right carriage, I believe, because I've messed that up in the past, and it's about 20 minutes to Dujiangyan. So fingers crossed. I think when I get there, I have to take a taxi to the base of the mountain. I'm pretty sure. I know that they have a shuttle bus somewhere, but I'm not exactly sure how that situation works, and getting a ticket to that will be pretty hard. So I think if there are taxis there, I'll get a taxi and take me to the base of the mountain. It's got like a subway style thing going on. So this is the Lazy Chinese video that I was talking about. That's Lazy Chinese, shout out Lazy Chinese. And she's talking about the base of this mountain and how there's the world's largest hot pot restaurant there. But here she talks about the fruit, the pecan. It's actually just a loquat, and it's not the Wushan pear, so I was mistaken. They sell these everywhere. Florida has loquats, California has loquats, and here she's talking about the pecan here. Yeah, this is a loquat. So maybe I'll still get one, but there's no special pear. That right there is the hot pot restaurant, the world's largest. So if I have time, maybe after I hike, I'll go to the hot pot restaurant and eat there. Dujiangyan, that's my station. There's a tourist center here, and you could take a bus, like a shuttle, to the something. and they wanted me to buy that, but I think it's going to the Panda thing too, and I think a taxi might be faster. I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure it out, but I need to get there fast because it is 1:25 and it gets dark in like 4 hours, so I need to have enough time on the mountain. I don't want to be climbing down the mountain in the dark. That would suck. Here's an example of the bathroom thing I'm talking about. So they have a sink and there's soap in this one, but there's no paper towel to dry your hands, and that's also empty. So that's the common scenario, is that you usually get one. Either there's paper towels to dry your hands and no soap, or there's soap and no paper towels. Sometimes you'll get both, and that's lucky. Okay, so I'm on the way to the mountain. We're in a regular cab here, and I'm paying 50 RMB to go to the front of the mountain. The cab drivers were arguing if I should go to the front or the back, because it's two completely separate situations. So it seems like the back area is more like family stuff, and there's like a cable car. I think there might be rides there, and the front is like Taoist, and there's actual real hiking paths, I guess. So that's where I'm headed. It is now 1:45 p.m. Okay, so I think the updated plan is hike this mountain until like 4:30 and then turn around and head back down. It's gonna get dark at like 5:15, so I don't really want to be wandering around in the wilderness. I don't know how many people are gonna be up there, but depending on how isolated I am, I don't want to get stuck on this mountain at night. That would not be cool. Anyway, and then I'll get to the base of it, and then I'm gonna try to find that world's largest hot pot that you saw in the Lazy Chinese video and eat there. That'd be pretty cool. Take the train back, probably get back to Chengdu at like 8 o'clock at night, 8:30, and then finish up seeing some other cool stuff that I haven't seen yet. And then tomorrow I'm going to take the high-speed rail to Chongqing, which I'm really excited about. Some people call it a steampunk city, I think. So who knows what that means, but from what I've heard, it's really, really cool city, and it's kind of hilly, so maybe they have those rented moped scooters, because the last place I went that had a lot of hills, every time there's like a really hilly area, they seem to have those available, so those are really fun, and I'm gonna rent those if they have them for sure. Looks like there's a city train that rides, and it's kind of cool. It's like the railroad tracks are on grass there, and it just rides over the grass. It's neat. All right, so you get into the park and you get a sightseeing bus ticket, and your ticket is your passport, and that costs 10 RMB, which is like $1.50. So the taxi cost, it's basically $10 US to get from the train station to the hiking area. This is the bus. More walking, so you take the train to the train station, and then a taxi or a car to this park, and where they drop you off is like 2 kilometers away from this other area, and then you walk here, and I guess there's hiking up this way or something, but it doesn't seem like it's very serious hiking. Maybe they have like different level of trails, but I'm really looking for something more rugged, so I'll see if I can find something like that. But the last bus that takes you down the mountain leaves at 5 p.m. So I don't think I'm gonna come back just to take that bus. It's 2 kilometers or something. Screw it, I'll just walk it, because I want to go as far as I can up it. But the taxi driver was showing me a peak that was way higher than any of the ones that I'm seeing here. So I'm not sure where that one was. That's pretty tall up there. Maybe we can get up that one. So there's another ticket. Separate than the bus ticket. Okay, so I'm in. That cost 80 RMB, which is like $11. So to get from where the cab drops you off is like 15 bucks or something. Anyway, so the way that it works, I guess, is this area ahead is sort of like a scenic temple thing, and then up here is from what I understand, an actual hike to the summit, and it's 7.5 kilometers to the summit, which is a little bit weak sauce, but maybe the back summit is the bigger hike or something, but we should see some cool stuff, so that's not nothing. Hopefully it'll be kind of hard. I wanted to get like a serious trail in. This is a little bit more of like a curated experience so far, but I'm not gonna have low expectations. I'm just gonna go in and see what it is. I have no idea, so it's pretty cool so far on the side of this mountain. These guys will carry you up the mountain. There's a huge cliffside on the other side of those trees, if you can see it. Apparently the trail goes through this temple and continues for at least 2 more kilometers. This is definitely beautiful, but it's a little bit different than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more like a hike. So I was taking a 5-minute break there and looking a little bit into what my plans are for the rest of China. So after today, I have Chengdu, and then I'm spending 1 day in Xi'an. That's where the terracotta warriors are. And then the rest of the trip is in Beijing, and I think I have 3 full days there. So I really want to get one quote-unquote real hike in China, where it's like actual nature, there's trails, and not like this where it's ticketed and you can buy like a Diet Coke in a refrigerator at the top. But not that I don't like this trail, it's just I'm looking for something a little bit more like you'd see in the Rockies or the Appalachian Mountains or something. So it looks like there's 2 candidates. One is in Xi'an. It is ticketed, but it has some more wild areas, and that would mean cannibalizing a day from Beijing and moving it to Xi'an. Or apparently there's quite a few serious trails on this section called the Wild Great Wall in Beijing, and that seems really cool. So I think I'm going to look a little bit more into it and make sure I know exactly what I'm getting into. But I think that one of the Beijing days I'm going to dedicate to an actual serious real hike with like a dirt path basically, and tricky footing, and something different than this, which would be really fun to see in China. Hiking in China, that'd be awesome. There's a grave there, and somebody put a little bread snack on it. This is just like a maintenance shed or something. something up here. This is definitely got me breathing pretty heavy. My jacket's off and it's like, I don't know, 50s or something. Wow, these are kind of steep. I don't see anybody else on this path. But this said 2 kilometers, so I'm gonna check it out. If it's like this for 2 kilometers, that's gonna be hard. There's no way, right? Steep. There's like a pavilion that splits it, and there's more trail there. It really is 2 kilometers up, I guess. Okay, I take it back. This might be like perfumed with the steps, but it is steep. It's like 2 kilometers of like 45-degree grade steps. These people behind me are taking a break. It's pretty steep. Wow, we are up very high. We're on the top of the mountain. I can see the cable cars down there. We are very high. Now it's probably a good time to mention that I am terrified of heights, like vertigo, get disoriented. So I'm just gonna stare at the steps and not look at this giant drop down there to my right. Okay. Just walking forward, walking on steps. That's like a, I don't know, 800-foot cliff face right there. Way below us. Way below us. You can see up there's a temple, like a pagoda. Can you imagine carrying all the materials up this mountain to build that thing on the side of that cliff right there before these steps existed? And this rock wall looks really old.
给你截2瓣还是截3段？你俩拿着啃呢？
啊，截成3段。
She carries all this up here every day to sell it. Somebody laid electrical cables on the side of that. Jeez. I don't know where that pagoda was. There's people yelling.
One action 4.
We met some new friends. These guys are from Chengdu, and they study in Australia.
Yeah, follow me. I'm CXY. You can search on YouTube. I'm CXY. Yeah.
Shout out CXY.
Yeah.
Those guys were cool. They were real curious about America. Both of them are 17, and they are studying in Melbourne, in Australia, and they've been there for 7 years. So they must be some kind of international student or something, magnet program. Because they went there when they're 10, but they come back to China, so who knows. But if you see this video, shout out. Nice to meet you. So I actually I'm going to do that other 1.3 kilometers, but I got to go to the top of this, right? I'm all the way in China. I'm going to the top for sure. And it's up there through those trees. So I'm walking up. I asked that lady if she wanted help, and she said no. She'll go slow. So it's like 3:40. It probably gets dark at like 5. So I'll probably keep climbing for like another hour, maybe 50 minutes. And around like 4:30, I'll go back down. There's a bathroom up here. How did they build this up here? Unbelievable. Somebody carried every one of those things on foot. What? Okay. They must have done this with a helicopter. Seriously. I don't know how else it's possible. Seriously, that guy who runs that restaurant, he walks up here to work every day. Up this path. He must be in incredible shape. Every day that guy walks up here and works at a restaurant way up here. 2.53 kilometers is vertical, straight up a mountain. What an animal. That's awesome. Oh, you know what? He takes the cable car. I just thought of that. Let down. Maybe some days he walks, right? There's a puppy. There's 4 little puppies there.
Check out these support beams just kind of like in this soft sand, holding this whole temple up. This connects to the other path. Somehow, I feel like I missed the path where I was walking down all those steep, narrow steps. Somehow. I don't think I've been to this temple yet. Okay, so it is exactly 4. I don't think I can go 2.5 kilometers and get back by dark. Maybe I can check out that cave. I think that's what we'll do. We're gonna go inside the cave, I think. We're here. 我们在这里吗？
Yes.
山东在哪儿？山东。
先吃。我找一下。
不知道。
啊，对死的。
山东？
Yeah.
啊，我。This？ 山东？东？Wudong Cave. Where is it? I really want to go down that, but I don't have time to take more detours. It looks awesome though. Not sure what that is. Okay, I definitely have not been through here. I would have remembered this. There's a lot of these recycle. I think this is regular trash. The sun's going down, and I think we're on the like very shaded side of the mountain. The temperature dropped probably 10 degrees. It was probably in the high 50s. Now it's in probably the high 40s on this side here. It's way, way colder. The cave is this way. And the temple that's far is that way. The question is, if I go to that temple, is there a way down from that temple? Because if not, that's a full 3 kilometer there and back. I'm not sure. I could probably walk down this in the dark. I don't know. I'm gonna think about it. I already went up this. I guess did I get hit by a rock in the head or something? I could have sworn that I hadn't seen all that before, and then now this lady selling beer over here I walked by her for sure. So I'm gonna turn around and I'm just gonna do the long thing and walk down in the dark. Screw it. It's Christmas. Okay, I definitely came from here because I remember commenting on these bricks on this wall. So that's got to be the way back down. So I guess I just keep going this way if I want to keep exploring. Okay, now I remember. The reason I didn't recognize what I was doing is because I was going the same way backwards, which is a different perspective. Okay, last time turning around, so I actually do have to backtrack. If I don't want to take the cable way, which is lame, then there's 2 exits, and they're back down the way that I came. So it looks like we did the whole thing. Whenever I saw that 2.4 kilometers at the top, that was just telling me how long I have to get back down. So there's not an additional 2.4 kilometers. Wow, look at this pavilion thing. Pillar. It's got the paint bucket on it. It's kind of neat. Oh, almost fell. Okay, so I'm going to walk down and then try to find the world's largest hot pot. Although this may be controversial, please don't flame me if somebody watching this video sees this. I think that the barbecue style of where you just put the meat on the skillet is way better than hot pot. Way better. Maybe I haven't had the right hot pot, but I've been in San Francisco a lot of times and I've had a million hot pots there. The one called iPot is the best by far. If you've ever been to San Francisco, go to iPot, like the letter I. And it's okay, but I feel like it's just a step below the grilled meat, the barbecue meat. But either way, the hot pot is what they have here, and it's the world's largest. And maybe they sell the Wushan pear. We could eat the pear. You hear that? I saw some people walking down like this. I gotta say, it's pretty good. It helps. Also, what is that? Some kind of can. This is very tricky. It's like steep and they're super thin. And there's no handrail. These guys carry people down, up and down the mountain with these little rickshaw things. Backpack. Let's see if my bus ticket works on the way down. I'm not sure if it's one way or if it counts for up and down, I'm not sure. Allegedly this is a high-speed rail station, but that taxi took me, I don't know, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. And this is, we're not that far. I might be in the wrong place. So this railway station, the Qingcheng railway station, is right next to the mountain, and it goes to Chengdu. I messed up. When I came this way, I went to the Dujiangyan, which is much farther. So anyway, lesson learned. This one's really close, and it's the same price, and it's the same distance. So I was probably one stop over, to be honest. So whatever. So it's like 5:30 now, and unfortunately the earliest train is sold out. So I gotta wait here for like an hour. Even if I took a taxi to the other train station, that would take 20 minutes, and then the next train is 20 minutes after that. So I'm just gonna chill here. There's another stray dog. Wow. They all seem to be the same weird breed. But yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I lose another hour, but I'm back earlier than I thought I was going to be because there's no hot pot restaurant here at the mountain. That's in Chongqing, the next stop, so we'll go there. But I'm going to eat somewhere in Chengdu, and it looks like there's maybe one or two more spots. I really kind of hit all the central Chengdu things to do in the 2 days that I was there. So I'm going to find something to look at. I'm not going to waste a night. And then tomorrow go into Chongqing, so I'll check out the train options and see how early we can get there, because it's not that far away, and it'd be nice to have another full day there. So it'd be like having 2 full days instead of the usual one I have in most of the cities. All right, here's a new snack I'm going to try while I'm sitting here. Got a KFC going. This jam. So it's like dried pork slices. It's not like jerky. It's really like a chip, kind of. It's hard. It's okay. I think jerky's better. A couple nights ago, when I was coming back from... It was definitely in Chengdu. I got this... I don't know what it was called, but it was like fried up, hard chicken bits. It's pretty good. That's in the top 5 for sure. Number 1 by far. People have commented in the YouTube channel what it was, but the old man meat pack thing, insane. And then the number 2 snack is definitely the macadamia eggs. They sell them at Family Mart. I've only seen them at Family Mart, and it's macadamia nut with like a wasabi flour coating on top of it. So good. I'm trying to think of this might be up there in the top 5. Those are good. What else was awesome? Those little milk squares. That you don't get them at the store, but in every one of these bazaars, they make this like, it's not yogurt, it's milk something, but it tastes like ice cream. It's really rich, has a ton of sugar in it, and they'll give you a little cube to taste it, like a milk bar. And they have chocolate and like matcha and stuff. Those are really, really good. The other really popular one is like these Rice Krispie things with like a yogurt around them. Those aren't that great. They've got like a really, really strong tea flavor, and not like a good tea flavor. It's like a bitter tea, but they're everywhere. They hand those out. The hot dog thing is cool. It's like you can see it in my Xiamen video. I ate one, and then I think in Hangzhou outside of the museum I ate one. But it's like, it's not a corn dog, and it's definitely not a hot dog. It's like way softer than a hot dog, and they fry the outside of it and put these slices in it. They're everywhere. I'll film one for sure tonight if I remember. Those are really good, really spicy. I think those are the top snacks I've had for sure. The rabbit was not that good. A lot of the pork jerky stuff's not great. And what else did I get this? I should try these like donut sphere, like donut holes kind of that are on a stick. Those look like they're pretty good. Oh, the meat stick. The meat stick's not great. It's really raw. It's like, I think it's very easy to get food poisoning from that. It's not rare. It's raw, like just straight up raw meat with like a sear on the outside. So those were this octopus feet, they were called. The stick with octopus feet in my second Shanghai video was so good. That might be the best street snack I've got for sure. It was like octopus tentacle fried up on a stick. It was so good. Anyway, I'm gonna eat these pork chips and drink this Coke Zero, and I got like 45 minutes before I even need to consider going into the train station. I'm gonna try this Luckin coffee because Lazy Chinese said it was good. Let's see what's up. I could not figure out the app menu at all. It's like a million drinks, and none of them were just regular decaf coffee. These are the chicken snacks. This is Suro, but they have a Giro one. So these are really good. And then I got this thing. These that look similar to the magical snack, but this is not it. But I'll try them on the train. So my train leaves in 40 minutes. I'm gonna head over in there now because it's absolutely freezing right now. The temperatures dropped from the time I got here is probably like 60 degrees. Now it's gotta be in the 40s or something. It's really cold over here near this mountain. Look at all the cabs have pandas on them. Kind of cool. I'm gonna check out the snacks in here, see what they got. Maybe they have the super snack, the Holy Grail. I can't believe they only sell them at that one 7-Eleven in, what was it, Nanjing or Shanghai? I haven't seen them ever again. It's like this, but it's a different brand. A lot of people on the plane to China had these feet, the chicken feet, a lot of them, eating them on the plane. Nope, they don't have it. Man, I have to get it again. If I find it again, I'm going to buy 20 packs and try to take it back to America. Okay, so the next place I'm going to go is called Eastern Suburb Memory. There's 2 metro ways to get there. One of them, at the end of it, I would ride the bike 2 kilometers, but it's freezing. Like my feet are cold, it's so cold. So I'm going to take one that takes like 10 more minutes, but I'm on the metro for longer just because it's really cold. So after that, depending on how cool that place is and how long I stay, maybe that'll be the last place I go. But there's also another neighborhood called Yulin, which there's like a lot of YouTube videos where people go to Yulin and say it's really cool. I tried to check out what it was. It looks more like kind of the same stuff we've done. The Eastern Suburb Memory looks totally unique. It's like an old factory, like an electrical plant that was converted into like a cool like nightlife thing. I don't know. It looks awesome. There's lights everywhere and stuff, so I'll probably eat there. And then, depending on what time that is, I'll go to Yulin. Interesting. So this metro is above ground. I think that's the first one I've been on that's like this. There's an enormous like mall or something there. Absolutely massive building called Paradise Walk. But the actual place we're trying to go is to the right. So maybe I'll go to the right first and then come back and see whatever's in this building because that looks crazy. Seems like a really young crowd here. Like high school or something. This place is packed with people. It's a Thursday, Christmas Day. At like 8 o'clock at night. What I understand, this is like an old electrical plant. It was converted into this shopping district here. This place is really popular. This reminds me a lot of Xintiandi in Shanghai, kinda. the same kind of vibe, like really upscale and like a lot of younger people. And this is even bigger. This is way more popular, it seems. A lot younger crowd. And a lot of dogs. They have a burger restaurant here. They look crazy. Okay, so I found this spot. It's like right in the middle of all the Eastern Suburb Memory stuff. It's pretty good. It's called Gaga Dodo, and it's got like fish skins and like this potato thing. So I just ordered a bunch of stuff. I'm gonna try it all. It looks pretty good. But all in all, this Eastern Suburb Memory place is cool. I think it's one of the cooler like retail style places I've been in Chengdu for sure, and maybe since Xintiandi in Shanghai. It's neat. It's packed up. Also in China and all the cities I've been to, I think it's like 6 cities so far. If you want like mint gum, like refreshing gum, the only brand is this plastic stride gum, blue gum, and I gotta say this is the worst gum. I don't know. I don't like chew stride gum really in America. Maybe this is the way that it is, but this gum sucks. If you work for Stride, you gotta get it together, man. Like, I'll put a piece of gum in, and it just tastes like rubber within 30 seconds. Its gum is terrible. So they have other gum, but it's like fruity gum. This is the only like mint gum that I've been able to find. And every grocery store, convenience store carries this specific blue, like wintergreen stride, but it sucks. Okay, so I once again ordered way too much food. This is like filled with rice, and that has rice, and this is a big thing of French fries, and I guess they don't have the fish skin things that I wanted to get, but yeah, this is a lot of food. That place was good. It reminds me that one of the major differences between like Western restaurants and here in China, two of the major differences is one is you don't get cold water with your meal. So like if you're eating like hot rice and hot stuff, there's usually like a dispenser for very hot or warm water. Not tea, it's just hot water, which is different. I like the colder water usually when I'm eating a hot meal, but that's different. And then the other thing is if you get like chicken with rice or beef with rice or whatever, there's a very high percent chance that the little bones are still in the chicken. So like you're eating with chopsticks and it's a little piece of chicken with rice, whatever, and there's like 100 bones in the chicken. So it's a lot trickier to eat, and it's very common. Like all the places that I eat at, maybe half the dishes I get, they have bones in them. And there's not like a designation when you eat somewhere like, oh, this one has bones, this doesn't have bones. You just, maybe based on the dish name, the Chinese people know like what has bones and what doesn't, but it's always a surprise to me. It'll say like garlic chicken with rice. I say, okay. And then you get it and it's like 50% bones. So maybe that's why a lot less Chinese people are obese, is because the meal you get, it takes longer to eat. It's like people when they have dogs that are gaining too much weight, they buy like these little plastic puzzle things, and it takes the dogs a long time to eat all the food so they don't keep getting fat. By the way, speaking of dogs, here's a little dog party going on here. Like, it's got like a little dragon mask on. But yeah, I noticed those two things. Those two things are very common. And that place was good. It's just they want to attract customers, so that all the doors for all the restaurants in that line were all open, and it was very cold. You can see like the exposed original concrete and metal beams of the, I guess it's an electrical factory. I think that's what it said online. It's electrical factory. It's another big retail mall. I'm not going to spend much time in here. If you see the other videos, there's a lot of retail malls in Chengdu, a lot, like an insane amount. More than I've seen in any of the other Chinese cities. And the other ones have a lot. Chengdu must have 100 malls exactly like this. Apparently there's a Adidas jacket you can only get in China. That's like the Adidas New Year's jacket. I'm gonna go see if they have it. Actually, I think I just saw it on that TV in there. Yeah, it's this. People are going nuts for this. It's like $100 something, or it's almost $200. But this is like what everybody's going nuts for in America. Okay, I'm heading back to the hotel now. This place is crazy. This is one of the cooler spots I think I saw in Chengdu. I'm going to skip Yulin. I looked at a bunch more pictures and it looks nice, but it's I've seen a bunch of neighborhoods exactly like that before, so it would have been cool to go there if I hadn't eaten already. Maybe check out the restaurants or something over in the area, but I'm gonna take the subway. I was gonna do Didi, but the whole area around this one is like red with traffic, so I don't really want to deal with that. Same situation that in Xiamen when I was from the airport. It was like 15 minutes to get a Didi, so I'm gonna just take the subway, and it's like 35 minutes or something. So, and we get to see 2 different subway stations that I think I haven't seen yet. So that should be cool. Anyway, look at how packed this place is. It's like 10 o'clock at night, and there's still more people coming. It's crazy. I just met 2 really nice guys. One's from Wuhan, and they're studying in Shigan. I couldn't make out the name of the city, but it's blowing my mind how good some of the like young Gen Z Chinese people's English is. It's incredible. I'm not sure if it's from listening to music or like TikTok or something, but a lot of them have like pretty good English for sure, for not being anywhere near a country that speaks English. Like, even in the United States, the amount of like white people who speak Spanish, I would say it's lower than the amount of Chinese people here that speak a little bit of English. It's pretty impressive. I'm gonna go in here and check if they have the super snack. And at the end of the night, right near the hotel, I can see it over there. It's close. There's a snack place where they sell like by weight snacks. Ni hao. And it's got like everything. It's really cool. So they have the brand, this guy, but they don't have the snack. Dang. It's like this, but from this. Alright, this is the store. This is one of the coolest snack stores I've been to in China. There was one in the train station in Shanghai. It was kind of like this, but not nearly as big. So all of this stuff is like by the weight. So like this is 19.8 RMB for every 500 grams. I don't know what this is. This is some kind of like donut thing. But it's all categorized. Like this is the chip and fruit stuff. This is like cookies. Like here's like some kind of Rice Krispie type thing with what looks like cranberry. That actually looks awesome. They got little shortcakes. Like this honey nut stuff here. And the whole store's like this. Like here's the meat snacks. This is like nuts and stuff. This stuff's pretty good. Like I got a bunch of these almonds. I'm gonna get some. And there's this kind of crazy nut here. It's like got some kind of saw. These are macadamias. I'll try that, whatever. Cashew. It's awesome. You just go here and they weigh everything. And then you pay for the weight. It's really cool. Here's what I'm talking about. Here's a whole wall of gum, right? They have like this regular double mint that I've never seen anybody chew in my whole life. There's like chocolate. Yeah. And then the only gum that's like not candy is this Stride gum everywhere, all over China. It's almost like Stride has some kind of, you know, marketing deal with China, because it's the only gum I've ever seen in every single city that I've been to that's minty gum. All the other is this garbage. What's this? Watermelon. That's it. I've never seen cinnamon gum once. So in one of my other videos I mentioned that I hadn't seen anybody ever pay for anything with cash, but just there in that store, both the cashiers, the people in front of me, paid with cash. So I guess it does happen. That's the only time I've seen it. Everybody else has always used their phone. So anyway, I got a bunch of snacks. I'm gonna bring them up to the room and try some of them. One of them I don't know what it is at all, so it's gonna be a surprise. And then one of them I think is like one of those milk bars. Every one of those bazaars that you go to, like 10% of the stalls sells these milk bars, and they're really good. They give you like a little sample, and it's not the chocolate ones that they had. They had these chocolate ones in Shanghai. They were just, I think it was like Yuyuan Bazaar. I forget exactly the name, but those I hadn't seen those again. But they have these milk bars with like little Rice Krispies in them or something like that. So I got one of those, and I think maybe I got two of them. One of them doesn't have like a transparent wrapper, so I can't really tell what it was. I should probably go this way because that's where my hotel is. Anyway, I'm gonna head back to the hotel and try some of these snacks. I've seen more dogs today, 10 times more dogs today than I've seen the entire rest of the trip. Christmas is like dog day in China or something. Chengdu is definitely the most dog friendly of the cities that I've been to so far, especially that eastern suburb Memory was packed with dogs. That's the place to go if you have a dog. Okay, I got the snacks. Okay, so the first thing are these almonds. I'm not gonna eat these on camera because it's just almonds. Same with cashews. It's almonds and cashews. You've seen it before. Okay, this I think is the crab roe flavored peas. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay, so they're like kind of like wasabi peas, but they're crab roe flavor. It doesn't smell really strong like fish, but you can tell it's fish smell. Just tastes like chips. It doesn't have a strong crab flavor. If there isn't, it tastes like chips, kind of. Okay, so this, I guess, is what a macadamia nut looks like. Before, like with the shell or something. It's like a little marble. Okay. Okay, that one's gone. I don't know how I'm supposed to open this. I don't want to break my teeth trying to open it. Okay, there's a little teaspoon. This spoon for tea. Let me see if I can crack it open. Okay. Yeah, there's a macadamia nut inside of it. I'm gonna get that on. Wow, I didn't know that. So it's like a really hard, this is probably why they're so expensive. It's a really hard, like wooden, perfect sphere shell. Okay. I don't know what this is. It says coconut fresh milk. And it feels like a Laffy Taffy kind of. It's like a Laffy Taffy, I think. Yeah. It looks exactly like that. It's Laffy Taffy with some kind of crunchy thing in it. Like a nut or something. Okay, so that's Laffy Taffy. Then there's this thing. This was next to the milk bars. And the font is too hard for me to read. That's one of the things about learning Chinese is if the font is not Roboto Sans, which is like, do I have any Roboto Sans near me? Like normal Chinese, like, anyway, it's like Times New Roman kind of. Then it's hard for me to read. Okay, I don't know what this is. What? It looks kind of like an almond roca. What? It's an almond roca. Whoa. This thing. This is the best one. It's like a Butterfinger, basically. Oh. Oh my God, that's good. That one, I wish I never found that. I gotta not eat that again. I gotta forget that that exists. Wow. It's better than a Butterfinger. And Butterfinger, if you don't like Butterfinger, don't watch this video. Dude. That's up there with the old man meat thing. I got one that looks like this, but I can't bring myself to eat it. It just looks so unappetizing. Okay, then I got this. It's some kind of meat snack. This is the most expensive one. This was like $2 just for this thing. Which, as far as like Chinese snacks goes, kind of expensive. It's like this. It's really dry. It's like a really dry beef jerky. It's alright. It's kind of spicy. It's hard to eat. Okay, it's really spicy. Anyway, I'm gonna eat some of these snacks. I need to go to bed. It's 10:30, and tomorrow I'm actually gonna wake up early tomorrow. I promise. And take a train to Chongqing. I'd like to get there before noon. The trains are like 2 hours ish, and I got a hotel there that was like $21, and I upgraded. Upgraded to the super deluxe, and it was like $24 or something. There was a $47 the suite, like the president suite, and I was like, okay, yeah, but it was somebody had already got it. But that would have been pretty cool to get the suite. But anyway, thank you for watching. All the comments to the videos, I'm completely blown away that anybody is watching these. It's actually really endearing to see that. And I appreciate all the comments. And some of the suggestions were really helpful. The giant mall we went to, that was from a YouTube comment. So if you know of a really good hike in like Beijing, let me know in the comments, because I think I'm going to hike there probably and not in Xi'an or Chongqing. But thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode when I go to Chongqing.